What's up, Darcinators? If you're new to this channel, my name is Darcy and you're watching Darcizzle Offshore. And in today's video, we went tournament fishing offshore out of Boynton Beach, which is my home base where I live, and we ended up catching this delicious barracuda, which is on my plate right here. We ended up cleaning it, filleting it, whatever you want to call it, and it ended up cooking it on the barbecue with grape jelly. It's time for a barracuda cook and catch.
Guess we're going now. Okay, back there?
Yep, we're good.
Not bad.
We are now out of the inlet. Finally, it was super rough this morning going out the inlet. We ended up taking a wave over the side of the boat, but our captain, Tim Massey, was able to get the boat straight out. We were just able to get gun over those big swells out there, and it was no problem once we got out the inlet. But out here, it's fairly swelly, it's not too rough, and I'm fishing with Team Living the Dream today, and it's Captain Tim Massey. Like I said, he's a firefighter, so he can save our lives if anything bad happens out here, so that's always a plus. And we're just working the water so far. There's not a lot of people out here, but we got a nasty storm overhead, and the conditions are just a little more rough out here, so hopefully that's going to turn on the bite and get the fish to bite our lures, and hopefully we catch some big fish for the X Generation tournament we're fishing.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember Captain Tim here on Living the Dream. We went to Isla Mirada with him with the tarpon feeding video. I'll put that link up. Remember?
That's right.
It was really windy that day also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we fished a couple times with him. We got some great footage, and hopefully he catches a lot of fish out there. He's a big troller and a big fireman, so we thank him for his service, especially during Hurricane Irma.
That's right.
Did you save anyone's life lately?
Yes.
What happened?
Every day.
Every day. Last one we had a husband and wife with carbon monoxide poisoning from the hurricane. That was pretty good.
From a generator?
Yeah, generator running in their
You see,
house.
be careful.
So
And you got them out? They fell asleep and you went and got them? What happened?
they dizzy and headache and all the symptoms, and one had 27% and the other had 31% carbon monoxide in their system. So
Wow.
had to go to the hyperbaric chamber.
Whoa,
Wow.
so good job.
So yep, that was a good one.
And didn't you carry someone out of a fire, like a really dramatic rescue recently?
We've had a couple good fires. Saved a girl out of a fire a couple months ago, and then we just had another guy during the hurricane set himself on fire because his fuel leaking on the generator caught his house on fire. So,
Wow.
So they don't, when they tell you in the news to be careful of your generators and your barbecue, they're not fooling around.
that's right.
Fireman Tim knows.
That's right. Smokey the Bear says.
Smokey the Bear says be careful.
Okay. We got some bonitas in the boat, but we broke off the skunk, so now we got to catch some real fish. We don't need them for bait, so we're just going to toss them back overboard, but good start to the day. Alright guys, I've got another fish on. We just came across a weed line in 400 feet of water, and we kind of just started trolling along it, and we just caught him on our deep diver, our lip diver. So usually these guys hang out on weed line. Sometimes you can find them a little bigger, so we are going to go ahead and release this guy. You can eat this size. This is a good size to eat. We ate them before, very delicious, but I'm going to go ahead and toss it. All right, Captain Tim has got a fish hooked up. We are a little deeper right now. We actually had to run from a storm, so we had to put all our camera equipment away and basically getting chased by the storm, but we were able to get out of the storm, and now we are a little deeper on the continental shelf. And the continental shelf is about, I'm going to slow down a little bit. The continental shelf is about between 500 and 700 feet of water out, just on the coast of Florida here where we are. So we are just out here blind trolling, that's what we call it when we're not fishing anything in particular, and we're just trying to see if we can get a bite. So I think we just got a nice barracuda here, and we'll probably go ahead and keep him and eat him and do maybe a catch and cook with him. That boat in here. There's fish on this one too.
All right, guys, you just have 4 lines go off at once. I'm in charge of driving the boat and filming. I don't know what it is. It's not dolphin, not jumping. It must be bonitas.
by a lot of bonita.
Yep, all 4 bonitas. I never seen 4 bonitas go off at once like that. That was crazy. You ever seen that before, Sizzle?
No, bonita blitz.
Bonita blitz. That'll happen with mahi a lot, but I've never seen that with bonita. I've seen 2. That was nuts.
Oh man, cool. We just got home from fishing, guys, and it was a long day on the water, but I'm actually really excited now because I just completely forgot that the Majestic detailing company, Majestic Yacht Detailing is here. Jim and Stephanie are cleaning our offshore boat right now, getting it all detailed and nice and pretty. And honestly, it already looks great from the outside of the boat here. And they're doing hard work. I think they were here earlier, like you got here early, right?
We did.
8 o'clock. So they've been here all day, and it's like 5 o'clock right now. So they've been here all day working on this boat, and I'm sure it looks gorgeous on the inside. But Majestic Yacht Detailing, they do boats from Sebastian all the way to Fort Lauderdale. So that's north all the way to south to Fort Lauderdale. So that's a wide area, and I'm sure they're doing a great job on the inside too. But we had all these rub railing marks and disgusting marks on the outside, and the water line was there, and the boat looks freaking awesome right now. I'm stoked.
Yeah, guys, this is awesome. If you guys are boat owners, then you know what just to me, it's not my favorite part of boating. And fishing, it's like the worst. And you never want to do it, and it never gets done right. And you know, these guys, Majestic Yacht Detailing, they're fans. They watch the YouTube videos. We saw them down at Lake Ida, right? We went bass fishing.
Yep.
We saw them down at Lake Ida, and they do snook fishing. The stewards, so you know, they support the channel, and they're fishermen. And you know, you should get your boat done like 4 times a year if you keep it outside. You know, just to keep it protected from the sun and keep the value. So again, it's just a great pleasure. People are always looking for someone to clean their boats. I know on the forums and everything we look, and so check these guys out. All the details will be in the description below, right, Sizzle?
Yeah, I just want to say I do majority of the cleaning on the boats, and honestly, Brian loves to rush me and get me back in the truck so we can go home. But last night we put this boat on the trailer and we went fishing all day yesterday, so it was still gross, and I didn't actually pre-clean it like I should have. So it's just so awesome coming home and seeing this gorgeous boat, sparkling clean.
I feel like the King of England.
It smells clean. This boat has never smelled
I'm like
clean.
the Queen of England.
So, and you guys, I think you're supposed to, on average, if you keep your boat outside, get a full detail 4 times a year.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just repeated that.
She likes to overshadow me.
You guys inspired us to do the business, totally. And also to move down here,
And where'd you come from?
Panama City.
Watching you guys like chase your dream and follow your dream.
That's what you kept saying.
We're like, we gotta get to South Florida and do our own business. That way we have more time to get on the water.
And that's what you guys did.
Yeah, and we're not trying to get rich. We're just trying to have an awesome life.
Right.
You know?
Follow your dream, man. That is freaking awesome. That's exactly what I want to hear. Sorry about the plane. Exactly what I want to hear from all my fans. That's exactly what the goal is to inspire you and inspire all of you just to get out and follow your dreams. And that's exactly what they did. And they're telling me right now it's because of my channel and my videos. So that just makes me feel so good. That is awesome, guys. Follow your dream.
My jaw is like on the floor. I mean, thank you very much for telling us. I mean, that's really cool. Awesome.
I told you that sooner, man.
No, people say stuff. No, we get a lot of we get a lot of great fans and a lot of people say great stuff, and it's really awesome. But
but it's great to hear.
It's never enough. I can always hear it more.
Right, but it's great to hear a story like that where they actually moved and they came down here and they created a business and they're making money and they're following their dream and they're fishing and they're catching snow.
Yeah.
And now they're here at our house and they're just telling us about how they came down here because of us, pretty much. I mean, that's just crazy. Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. Oh, we gotta cut that barracuda right now.
Yeah.
Fillet.
All right.
Fillet. All
So
right,
we're doing a
let's
cook and
fillet
clean,
fish.
catch, clean, and cook on this barracuda. Let's get to it.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Time for the cleaning portion of this video now, and I've got the barracuda here, and I wanted to explain as to why the tail is missing here. But when it comes to barracuda and other reef fish, a big concern for a lot of people is these fish having ciguatera. and I believe I pronounced that correctly. But Ciguatera is found in a lot of reef fish, which means barracuda, other fish that live on the reef like snapper, grouper, big AJs, king mackerel, anything that feeds and lives on the reef. That's where you can get it from. And it usually occurs in the bigger fish. Ciguatera develops an accumulation over time. So the bigger the fish and the longer the fish has been alive, the more likely it has Ciguatera. This fish is very small for its size. Barracudas get huge, 6 feet and bigger, and this guy is under 5 pounds. So he's a young fish. We caught him offshore. He wasn't on the reef, and this is a fine fish to eat. He does not have Ciguatera. And another way to test is, that's why we cut the tail off and we put it on the ground, and it's basically to see if flies and ants would go to it and feed on it. And if they weren't feeding on it, then that would mean that this fish had Ciguatera. But there was plenty of ants and plenty of flies all around, so this fish is good. And I also heard if a cat doesn't want to eat this fish, the cat knows that it has Ciguatera as well. So those are a couple myths that you could try, but this fish is fine. So we're going to go ahead and get into filleting it right now. I'm going to go ahead and butterfly this fish. It's going to be a different method I never really ever get to use, so it's going to kind of be my first time doing it, but I think I've got it down pat here. So I'm just going to get started and start cutting this fish open. Those are some tough bones. Basically, I am doing a reverse fillet on this fish instead of filleting it the proper way, which would be filleting down towards the belly. And I'm just filleting it so the upper skin is on the bottom. The upper skin, meaning where the dorsal fin was, is on the bottom. So we're going to leave all that skin there. And I did not end up scaling this fish because we're not going to eat the actual skin. We're just going to be using the skin to cook on the barbecue with. And basically, I'm just working out the whole entire spine here and the rib cage bones and leaving the meat on the actual skin on both sides. And I'm just going to finish it off here with my sculpin blade. I'm just working down the rib bones here, breaking them. If I can get this part right here. There we go. And then you just want to make sure when you fillet all the way down that you don't go through the skin here. You want to make sure that it's going to stay intact. So you can kind of see that's separating already. Sweet. Awesome. That's exactly what we want. So now this is our butterflied barracuda. And we're gonna take this whole entire fillet and we're gonna put that on the barbecue. That just makes it easier to handle. I probably could go ahead and slice it into 2 fillets, but it's just gonna be easier because honestly, once this fish is cooked, it's gonna fall right off the skin. So it's just easier to work with, and we can put it on all in one piece on the grill.
I don't know if this is a lot or not.
What?
Darcy's okay with
Not
it.
too much?
Okay.
That's good. All right. All right. Thanks, Darcy. She's out there finishing up the snook, and Connor and I are taking care of the vegetables, and we're just going to broil them or bake them, I guess you would say, in the oven. Just some olive oil. You can keep going. You got to stop. You got to stop. And just a little salt and pepper on there.
Liberally, of course.
Depending on how much you like.
Yeah.
They always put too much oil on for me and too much salt because I'm heavy, so I need just pepper. But anyway, so salt and pepper, and then we're going to throw it in the oven until it's done, until your crispiness, 15 to 20 minutes, whatever. You got the pepper on there, honey?
Yeah, babe.
I don't see any pepper.
Oh, well, come on, honey.
You got to keep these kids going. The Marines are going to straighten them up. All right, and into the oven we go. What temperature do you have that on?
I don't know.
350 I usually put it on.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys the breakdown on the dogs now. Hold on. So you can see here that Bubba is doing pretty well. He's drinking, he's eating, he's running around like a puppy. Sadie is not doing so good. She got to go to the vet tomorrow. She's been doing a lot of sleeping. She's very skinny and not doing too good. Not eating. Darcy's been doing best she can, but it's not that good. Right, Bubba? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss for the camera. He's a little brat.
We've got some Welch's Grape Jelly here, and we're going to just go ahead and keep it real simple. And we're going to put Welch's Grape Jelly on it and a little bit of salt, so it's going to be like a sweet salt taste to it. And then you put it on the barbecue like this, and it's supposed to be super delightful and delicious. So we're really going to test it out. I've never had grape jelly on any kind of fish, so this is going to be really interesting. And I think maybe we'll just do like one side a little thinner and then one side maybe a little thicker. So I'm just going to kind of spread it on like I would bread or anything else. I think there's no real particular way to do this.
Now let me just mention for you guys watching at home, that this is a third generation Floridian. Her dad was born down in Miami. Her grandfather is from Florida. He used to be a principal at her high school. That's Killian High School. And so these people know about barracudas. They are original Florida people. So we gotta, it sounds a little funky putting this jelly on a barracuda and catching cicatera.
Yes,
but this is how the locals do it, guys.
Yeah, we also used to eat a lot of barracuda growing up too. We'd go snapper fishing quite often. If you knew that, started fishing at the age of 3 thanks to my dad taking me fishing. We go mangrove snapper fishing, and a lot of the times when you pulled up a fish, sometimes the barracudas would come up and literally cut your fish in half on your line. And I have really great memory of catching a moonfish, and right when I landed it next to our canoe, a huge barracuda came up and hit it, and I almost like grabbed it in the water, so you almost could have chopped off my fingers. But these guys are a bycatch when you're mangrove snapper fishing, and they're quite delicious too. This size is perfect. Time to stick our butterfly barracuda on the grill. And I don't think it's gonna need that long. I think Brian said something like 8 minutes. So I think you're just gonna kind of have to like keep your eye on it depending on how thick your fish is or what have you. I don't want to lose all the jelly. Make sure it's coated. I think it acts a little bit so your meat doesn't get too dry either. It's like a coating to keep all the juices in. So I just want to make sure I get the edges there. Close it.
Close it. Oh, that looks done. Now we put it in for about 10 minutes, and usually fish is 10 minutes an inch. And Darcy's dad, and you can tell it's white and it's pretty firm, and you stick this in, it goes through. And Darcy's dad says to just scoop this right off. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. Oh, look, and you see the skin. Look at that white meat. The skin is acting. Get right in here, Sizzle. Get it closer. Ooh. Nice. See, the skin holds it in. It gives it some flavor. It's going to be a sweet and salty. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, skin comes right off. Beautiful. All right. Nice. All right, time for the taste test.
Well, yeah, it's time. Yeah.
Ladies first.
It's time to eat it. It's time to eat it.
Ladies first.
Let's see if Bubba likes it too. I'm sure he will. That is really, really delicious. You know, snapper. You know, barracuda honestly is very similar to snapper. It has that white flaky meat, and it's really quite good. I really never thought grape jelly and barracuda would mix, but it's awesome. Wow.
It's got a sweet flavor to it. It's almost like putting, a lot of times they used to put applesauce on pork and stuff. My dad used to do that, so it's really the same thing. It's really good, guys.
Wow, that's so good.
Don't eat with my mouth open. Wash it down with a little land shark, of course.
Yeah. I'm really glad that we cooked this for you guys, because you have to try it, and I'm sure it'll work with any fish, not just barracuda.
Yeah, any fish.
And it's gonna be awesome on the barbecue, and as long as you keep that skin on, that worked great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome, man.
So if you guys try it, be sure to comment below.
Yep.
And
I'll go ahead and I'll also in the description go ahead and link
the recipe,
the knives and the recipe and what I use to cook the fish with. I'll link all that stuff for you guys to check out. But as always, Darcinators, we appreciate you. Thank you for watching our videos. You guys are the best fans in the world. I always say this, but it's so true. So make sure you stay tuned to our next adventure. And until then, follow your dream. Keep on catching.